It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, brought to you by Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Thursday. We've got temperatures this morning starting out a bit warmer than they have been. We had some cloud cover overnight, and as a result, numbers are in the mid 60s to start. Now, today's the day you're really going to notice that heat that we've been advertising for a couple of days. Mid 90s are expected by this afternoon. It is going to be sunny, hot, and summer like across the Ozarks. And I've got a whole lot of that type of weather to come in our extended forecast. So if you were missing the summertime temperatures, weren't quite ready to be done with those warm numbers, you are in luck because the next several days look like the middle of summer. We'll see high temperatures warm back up easily into the mid 90s. When you start out at 65 degrees, it's not so difficult to do that. Sunshine will be out early today. That will allow for some quick warming in our forecast. So I think by lunchtime, we'll already be seeing the mid and upper 80s and we'll land in the 90s at the peak heating later this afternoon. It'll be hot today with mostly sunny skies, but once again, the winds won't be too strong. We have mid to upper 90s that are possible not just today, but also tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday and Monday and Tuesday and maybe even Wednesday of next week. It is a hot stretch for sure with these numbers that are well above average and maybe even approaching record numbers. That's what's going to be in place through the end of the weekend and into the early part of next week. So there's no shortage of heat. We have lows tonight that fall back into the 60s once again. Friday sets us up for another sunny, hot day. High temperatures tomorrow at about 96. We'll continue to see low temperatures on the rise too. In fact, we're falling back into the upper 60s several nights, so hardly cooling down at all. Numbers are going to be in the upper 90s on Saturday and Sunday. It is going to be a summer-like weekend, so if the pools are still open, the lake is available. Water's a whole lot colder now, but you'll be able to enjoy some of those summertime activities. May need to fire up the sprinkler to stay cool in the backyard this weekend. You'll also notice that it's a dry forecast. It's a stretch of dry days and with highs maybe approaching records. It's just going to be a hot and dry stretch. And sure enough, that's what we're seeing issued too from the Climate Prediction Center. September 17th through 23rd looks hot and dry. We have a good chance of seeing above normal high temperatures. Normals, by the way, for this time of the year, around 80 degrees. We're going to be well up into the 15 to 20 degrees above those ranges. Precip also looks below normal. I sure hope that we can get a pattern change for the end of next week. TBD on that. Long range models are hinting at it, but it's not a certainty by any stretch. Around the country, here's what's making headlines. It's a strong Pacific storm that's bringing unsettled weather for much of the western United States today. We are seeing heavy downpours, and those may result in isolated flash flooding problems near any burn scars or sensitive terrain. That's what our friends on the West Coast are dealing with. We also continue to see smoke from wildfires impacting the Northwest with air quality alerts still in place out there. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. And the question that I had for you yesterday was this: what gas, primarily produced by vehicle emissions and industrial processes, is a major contributor to urban air pollution and can cause respiratory issues? What do you think this is? Do you think it's A, carbon dioxide, B, nitrogen dioxide, C, oxygen, or D, argon? Well, if you chose B, nitrogen dioxide, you would be correct. This comes from high temperature combustion, such as vehicles, power plants, and gas appliances. They are major pollutants that contribute to smog and acid rain. They can harm human health by damaging lung tissue and causing respiratory problems. It can also negatively impact the environment by contributing to ozone depletion and harming nearby vegetation. So, if B was your guess, you got it today. Here's your next chance. Which state in the U.S. experiences the most wildfires annually on average? Do you think this is A, California, B, Oregon, C, Montana, or D, Colorado? Which U.S. state experiences the most wildfires annually on average? Let me know your guess. You can do that at the website. It's aroundtheozarks.com. Thanks so much for starting off your day here at Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. I hope you find a way to beat the heat today and stay cool. Thanks to our sponsors, Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, the Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubosh Chevrolet. Have a great day, everyone. We'll chat again early tomorrow.